Good morning, travelers. It is Sunday, August 9th, and I am back. I am hoping that the YouTube video gods will allow me to post a full video. I did a little bit of tweaking, contacted the camera manufacturer. They told me some things. We'll just see. Mercury is out of retrograde today. Planets act really funny on the first day out of retrograde. They've come back into forward motion, so to speak, but they're just kind of still. So we're going to see how this works. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to shuffle them a bit more, and we're going to lay out 5 cards, see what we can glean from August 4th about the enemy coming in as a friend. Well, look there. First card out. And if we need to lay out more cards, we will. So, let's see. 5 cards. What they have to say. I'm going to take this. I do have my Vita Sibila cards. The first card that fell out was the Knight of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles. The Temperance card. Again, another spiritual card in the center. The Moon is back. And the Four of Cups. Now, let me see what is happening with these cards. Now, in the reading on August 4th, we had 2 big spiritual cards in the center. They were the Hermit and the Hangman. I laid out 10 cards. And we already know from subsequent readings that we were being asked to do some introspection, some work. But there was something new that had come in, a new element, or was trying to come in, and that we needed to be a bit cautious about this new element. So give me a minute. Let me look at the cards. I mean, it's so funny. I don't mean funny like haha, but sometimes it is. With the tarot, you can ask for filet mignon, but it'll give you oatmeal. You just never know what you're going to get with the cards. But this is what I'm getting. Again, it is an offer of something, okay? And I don't always like to ascribe romance or the actual meaning of what a suit will represent, because it can mean lots of things. But again, this is something new that's being offered to you. It's come in now. So it could also be some type of new job offer, job contract. It could also be a new person. Remember, we were talking about someone new coming in, or maybe someone from the past coming back in. I think that there has been contact of some sort, whether it be through text messages, telephone calls, emails, maybe even dreams. All right? But there's been some kind of contact. The Ten of Pentacles. Now, there we go. What this card says to me is that there are, if this is a work thing, there are a lot of people involved in it. This is the card of family relations, connections, many people. You have the man, the woman, the grandpa, the dog, the kids, the house, you know. So there's a lot of people involved in this situation, if it's relating to money or your job, if it's relating to a romantic situation, this says to me that even though this is something new, so to speak, there is some kind of connection with this person or this thing, this energy. There's a long-standing connection. You know, even if it's past life, that's a lot of connections, many connections. We're just going to have to see exactly how this is playing out when I pull the Sibila cards. The Temperance card. Now, this is a card about integration, healing, harmony within oneself. The imagery is an angel, has this thing on its head. So you are being, your intuition is being activated. No matter what the situation is, it's being activated. And we spoke about that in the last reading, that you were going to have to use your intuition to move through whatever this thing is that was trying to manifest itself. The Two Cups, your emotions are heightened perhaps. Perhaps you are excited. Perhaps there's a little fear and anxiety, some nervousness. But the water coming from is asking you to be balanced in this. Try not to let your emotions override your logic. You can even see that, I don't know if you can see that, the angel standing with one foot on the shore and the other one in the water. Again, that's asking you to remain balanced between the two, your emotion and your logic. You have the sun back there in the background. And these lilies here represent peace. So perhaps at this point, from the August 4th reading to now, you've gained a little bit of, peace. You're a little bit more secure in where you are and what you're feeling. You are trusting your intuition, and this is what the situation is calling for. And the sun in the background, you know, to me, that's saying that you're on the right path, because there's a path leading back here. You're on the right path. So if you are indeed feeling a little bit more secure in your intuition and trusting what it is that you're feeling, you are on the right path. Okay? That's how I'm interpreting this card. Yet we still have this, I don't know what, there we go. We still have the moon. Why can't I? There we go. We still have the moon in the reading. And there is a path of the moon too. I don't know if you can see that, between the two animals and between these two towers. And to me, the towers represent solid foundations, protection, the dog and the wolf, your domesticated side with your wild side, yes, and you have this moon, okay, that's kind of illuminating your way. You've got the yod going on. So that's the universe saying to you that using your intuition is indeed the correct way to deal with whatever your situation is. And to me, the little crayfish coming up out of the water is representing, there are things coming up that perhaps you had never considered. You're having thoughts, you're having feelings, you're having emotions, things that, you know, you've never thought about before. That these are all new things coming to you, but the universe is saying to you that this is right, and the moon is going to illuminate you through this journey that you have to take. Okay? But here we have the Four of Cups. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I have been hating on this card for quite some time, because when I was doing love readings for myself, it was this card, it was the Hermit, it was Death, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Oh, it was just terrible. But there is a positive side. This is not always a negative thing. The Four of Cups, you see this guy sitting under the tree with his arms, you know. I think this came up in the very first reading that I did. I think he did. But he's kind of sitting under the tree and he's like, yes, I'm bored and I don't want what's being offered to me, you know. But if you look at the positive, he's got these 3 cups here. So you've already got something good going on. And maybe what you need to do is focus and concentrate on that. Sometimes sitting back, waiting, and not accepting the first offer that comes along is really the right thing to do. So we're going to take a look at this. We're going to take a look at this. Okay. One other thing, he's kind of sitting on a hill. And to me, that kind of represents an obstacle, but it's not a mountain. You know, it's not a huge mountain. So it's not a huge obstacle. It's something that you can work through. You know, it's going to take patience. It's going to take being honest with yourself about yourself. And I think a lot of times that's one of the hardest things to do. I know I've been going through, I've had a most extraordinary week, and things have been coming up for me that I had never considered. I've been changing my views on lots of things, and understanding that the changes are not really new, that they were there all along. I just wasn't in touch with them. Okay. So we're going to lay the Sibila cards out, because in looking at this card, you see he's got a huge mountain over here. And that kind of tells me that whatever this thing is, there are going to be some obstacles to it, but you remain balanced and use your intuition and take your time. I think you're going to be okay. So let's go back and look at that moon card. And I'm going to take these Sibila cards. And I'm going to tell you, when I was we did the reading August 4th, and I was speaking to you about this friend, this enemy coming in as a friend. It has already manifested for me. It turned out to be a new colleague, a work colleague, who's been in maybe about a month. And I thought this person was, you know, bang on, spot on. And it turned out that they weren't. So I had taken this person under my wing, as a matter of fact, and just really clicked with this person. But it turns out that this person, who happened to be a Cancer, a water sign, was not as they appeared to be. So perhaps this has already revealed itself to you at this point, whatever that enemy coming in as a friend was. And for some of you, I'm thinking that it's not, because we've still got the moon card here. So let's take a look at the moon card first. The shy lover, the prisoner, and the dilettante. This is great. This is a person. And again, because we have the pentacles here, we have 3 cups. So that's a cup card. Even though this is a major arcana card, there are cups. I don't know why. Maybe I need to turn some light on. This is crazy. Hold on. It's hard to see the cards. Can you see that now? The angels holding some cups. There you go. And then we got cups here. Yeah? So I'm really, this has to do with romance of some sort, or some type of emotional situation. Let's say it like that. We have the shy lover. There she is, sitting under the tree with her little, I don't know, hanky, whatever. It's like she's offering something to someone. The prisoner. Again, this card has come up. And the dilettante. This is like, let me see. It's like a crazy move, a foolish move, or a foolish act. You know, see that guy's being supported. It's like he's drunk. He doesn't know what's going on. His friends are helping him to get maybe back to his house. So this has to do with, I'm going to say that this person may not necessarily be shy, but is being tentative for some reason. there's that card of being tied down again. And even with this card, I think it was the Queen of Pentacles in the last reading. This person is not tied down in terms of finances. Again, this is some type of emotional attachment, something that's kind of hanging around that you can't seem to shake. Yes? And you don't want to make any crazy sudden moves. You don't want to do something foolish. All right? That's what this card, this is backing up this card. Just kind of observe. That's the word, observe. Let's just observe what's happening. Okay? That's underneath the Moon card. I do want to take a look at that Four of Cups to see exactly, if we can, what the underlying message could be. Actually, no. I'm being guided to look at these two cards. Something is coming. Oh, this is so... Okay. I want to look at the Knight of Cups. I love the cards. Ah. Here's the trio. The Gran Signore. The Gran Signore is like the King of Hearts in this deck. So this is indeed a romantic situation. Now we can pinpoint it, okay? And this is really one of the best cards you can get in the Sibila deck. It is. And being backed up by the Knight of Cups, this is indeed something romantic. We are still being asked to be on the lookout. Again, there's that theme of caution running through. And this is giving us a little bit of anxiety and worry. Okay? I'm getting a completely different feeling on this reading that I'm getting, that I had on the August 4th reading. This feels really good, people. But again, let's just hang out and observe. Don't make any foolish moves, because we still don't know something yet. Okay? Let me look at this Ten of Pentacles. I'm so excited. These cards are just like, it's like Christmas. Yay! In August. Woo! Let's see. I wish I have the hugest grin on my face. It's crazy. Oh, she's back. This is so interesting. What came out? The Donna Maritata. Remember? The woman with children, or the nurturing person. Yes. In the previous spreads, we were being asked to not make any sudden moves, but to nurture ourselves and be kind to ourselves. Okay. This also relates to this. It is a card about home and family, and what home and family means to you, about taking care of your heart and what you hold dear. So nurture that. Melancholia. Melancholy. I'm reading this as we are really wanting a connection. Superficiality is not going to do it anymore. We want some connection, something that can lead to this, the 10 of coins. You know, you want trust, stability, security, love, honor, integrity, even orgasms. Woo! We want that. Those are good things. But that it's going to require us to keep working, and that it feels like a battle. See the guy's going up the hill. I'm so sorry my lighting is crappy this morning. But I feel my messages come better to me sometimes in the morning. But this is telling us that we're going to have to keep working at it. Yes? And it's going to be, you know, not easy. But trust me, it can be done. This card assures us that if we remained balanced, focused, tried to integrate all of the different things that are going on inside of us, trying to put them in perspective. Don't put them in a box, but put them into perspective. What is most important to you? What is most important? What is the thing that really is the most important thing about having a relationship? Whether that relationship is in your work, in your family life, in your romantic life. What is the number one thing that you require in order to feel whole? Let's look at that again now. The nurturing person. We've got that sadness. And we're going to have to keep working at it. Let's look at that Four of Cups. And I think pretty much it is what it's saying it is. I'm feeling that whatever that enemy coming in as a friend was, that you guys have gotten a handle on that. You have ratcheted up your intuition. You are on guard. I think somebody contacted me and said that they were scared about that. And that person, I think Artie Vetti, don't be afraid, Artie. Don't be afraid. Use your intuition. It's nothing to fear. You were just being asked to be careful. Be careful of who you allow into your home, your heart, your soul. Be careful. But it's nothing to fear. And you shouldn't fear, because if you get in touch with yourself, your intuition, then you'll know what's right and what's wrong for you. Okay? Let's look at that Four of Cups. Well, now, you'll never believe it. Oh, this is crazy. We have the business person, okay? We have the old lady, and this old lady usually speaks of changes that are coming about. Well, guess who showed up? The stinking enemy, okay? But this is, I'm reading two ways. We were already alerted to the fact that this was something was coming in that was sort of like this. So you've held off, you've done the right thing. But now, this is not coming up as an enemy. That's not how I'm reading it. So before everybody freaks out, falls out, or grabs the Valium, you have been thinking about this, okay? And this guy is standing, he's looking out over the horizon. And that says to me that you have been keeping an eye open. You've remained, he doesn't look worried, he doesn't look stressed. He's just like, okay, you know, I kind of know that something's coming. Let me just keep an eye out for it. This has created a change in the situation, okay? Before we were all worried and stressed out, maybe smoking too much or not sleeping right, not eating right, you know. The change has come. And this is asking you, this is like fear. This is saying, don't let fear sneak in, okay? Don't let fear become the enemy. When you are afraid, fear can completely immobilize you. Keep working. Keep working. And don't be afraid. Trust in the universe that everything, you are on the right path. Okay? So don't, where's that? Don't make any sudden moves yet. Yeah? Stay observant. Keep your eye on the horizon. You're on the right path. Keep using your intuition. I want to look at what's on the bottom of the deck. Interesting, interesting, interesting. The Two of Swords. Now let's take a look at this card. The Two of Swords, you got this woman sitting on a bench. Benches represent in the tarot a moment of pause to sit and think and reflect. But if you look at this woman, she's got these two huge swords crossed. Swords represent what? Thoughts, anxiety, stress, worry. But she's got them crossed over her heart as if she's protecting her heart. She's protecting something that she holds very dear. And she's got those two swords at the ready, yeah? In case something bad comes, remember that, she can just lop off its head and keep going. What you can't really see this crappy camera, I'm so sorry. But when I look at this card, this woman is blindfolded. And that says to me two things. Either you don't want to see what it is that is coming ahead of you, or you are unable to see it. Okay? But when I look at this card, the blindfold is not even on very good. It's kind of like one eye is kind of like uncovered. And I find that to be very interesting because that it says to me that, yeah, maybe you really don't want to know what's coming. Maybe you're hanging on to a thought that perhaps you should let go of. You should chop it off, move ahead, But also that one eye is kind of peaked because you're waiting to see what's going to happen. It's kind of like waiting for the other shoe to drop. You have the moon, the crescent moon here. And that means that things are not illuminated as they should. It's not as the moon card here, that full moon, okay? That one that even in the dark when it's full can give you some illumination. You can't see, as clearly as you can in the daytime, but it does provide some illumination to you. And behind this woman, there's this water with a few rocks in it, like she's sitting in a cove. Coves can offer safe harbor, a place to sit out a storm or wait out a storm, wait out bad weather. But that underneath, the water's like all ripply. And underneath, there's all these emotions going on. This comes back to me, to this card. There's emotions involved here. Even the moon represents hidden emotions. So maybe there's, you need to dig a little deeper and see really what's going on. Bring those things out from under the full moon into the light. There's your sun way back there in the back. It may take you a while to get there, but it's there waiting for you. And you are on the right path. That was really an outstanding reading, if I may say so myself. And I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this helped you very much. Remember that this is fear. This is fear. This is your own fear. Don't be afraid to face those things that you've been keeping inside. Try to embrace becoming your true, authentic self. If you can do that, it's going to take you here. Look at that. Protection and guidance by the angels and the universe. It's going to be okay. All right. That's what I've got for today. And I hope that this helped you a lot. I want to thank you, all the viewers and subscriptions, and the people that have been sending me lovely messages. And indeed, those great people who are ordering personal readings for me. Those are going to be coming up soon. I'll be contacting you by email. So until next time, Everyone, please have a lovely, lovely Sunday. Namaste.